Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is episode 31, or part 3, episode 5. And yeah, last time Ed and Al met with Wrath. They have Winry threatened, so they can't really make any moves, neither can Roy. But they're still aiming. Roy's still aiming for the top. Ed and Al are still focusing on their body. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of other people got involved. Scar knows the truth. Now he interrogated Dr. Marco. Supposedly he blew up his head and wrote vengeance. I'm thinking that's more of a ploy to get him out of the reach of the homunculi and turn him to their side where he can be used for something more important than just to send a message. Yeah, and Major Armstrong is in on it now, and he's pissed and ready to get to work taking down this regime, so Armstrong's a good ally to have. He's big and strong and has the right morals, we'll say, moral compass. Anyway, guys, excited to see how this story continues. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Yeah, but otherwise, let's get started.
Damn it! It's Scar. Marco must have told him about his role in Ishval.
The Fuhrer's basically hired you to be his hostage. Will you be all right?
Well, it's all in how you look at it, I guess. This close to him, it just means I'll have a better chance to kill him in his sleep.
You scare me. I just want to say thanks for telling me about Ishval. Hey, Al, what are you gonna do when you get your real body back?
First thing, I really want to eat some of Winry's apple pie.
Aww.
And what about you?
I guess the first thing, I'll make some courtesy calls. Let Granny and our teacher know we're all right.
Yeah, of course. They've both helped us out so much. They'll be smiling when they see us.
Yeah.
That'll be nice, just to see them smile.
Well, I found a trace of hope for us.
Maybe they could heal Azumi, too.
You know how our alchemy would work when we were under Central Command? Well, guess what? It wasn't working above ground either.
But what about Scar and that girl?
Exactly. They were the only ones who could use it. The little obnoxious girl left?
Yeah, sometime this morning.
But she... Where was she going?
What the hell is that?
They're a gift from me.
Oh, come on. Couldn't you have just gotten me some magazines with girls in them?
Still the same.
Hold down the fort till we get back.
Right. I'll see you later.
Here you go, boy. You eat up so you can grow big and strong.
Aww.
You be good. Look after everyone. I thought you had already left for the north.
I've got to return something to the Colonel first.
Chessboard? Oh, he was borrowing it to play with
We
Barry.
really weren't in Central for very long.
Just don't get killed, sir.
Sure.
Well then, Colonel. See you later.
Until then.
Try not to slack off too much.
Right.
He's totally gonna slack off without her here.
My pawn.
Yeah, it started off as a hobby of mine.
My bishop.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I consider it an honor.
My rook.
Hello, sir.
My knight.
I doubt that I'm the brightest guy you'll meet, but I do know how to shoot.
And, worst of all,
I'll follow you into
My
hell if you
queen.
want.
they've even taken my queen.
Don't tell me there's no romantic undertone to
But-
their relationship.
I'm still not in checkmate. Not yet, anyway.
Ooh.
Hey, have you seen this cat?
Oh my
I'm
god.
trying to find the little girl who owns it. Look familiar?
No, it looks like this. I promise it's
No,
not
it
some
looks like
weird
this.
alien.
Seen it?
Freaking Ed.
I'll ask around and let you know what I find.
Thank you, but I don't really want to get any deeper in debt to you than I already am.
Speaking of, you owe me some money. So how
Yeah.
about you cough it up?
Eyes on the road! You remembered? Come on. How much did I borrow? 500 cents?
It was 520 cents!
Don't con me.
I'm not conning you! I'm just not a penny pincher like you are.
I'm sorry, Colonel.
520 cents, so that's $5.20.
I'm just gonna hold on to this. but I promise to pay you back when you become Führer.
Who told you? Go on and keep that money for now. But you will pay me back.
All right, and when that
With
day
interest.
comes, I'll borrow some more change. And pay that back when this country's a democracy. But when that day comes, I'm gonna ask to borrow even more money from you.
You're not planning to let me off the hook for a very long time, are you?
No, you get it. And you better not worry the lieutenant either.
He's got people backing him.
You took long enough. I was getting tired of waiting.
Foo.
Hey,
It's Roy! Well, I'll be damned. Long time.
hello, Vanessa. You're looking well. Good evening to you, Madam Christmas.
How you holding
Madam
up,
Christmas.
I'm barely holding up at all. But I could use something special. Hey, madam?
Roy? My pleasure.
What is that?
You have an outside call from a Madame Christmas in Central.
Oh?
Oh.
Please, sir. You really shouldn't be giving out our secret line to civilians.
Not too bad for an old fart like me. The ladies still come a-calling for my services.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Whoa!
Hey, what do you think you're doing? How dare you call yourself a member of the chosen clan? Cut it out, old man. She hasn't recovered yet. It's really gone. Your arm. You lost your arm.
Please forgive me, Grandfather. I'm sorry.
Grandfather.
You damn fool.
Didn't know about that
I
relation.
promised Lanfan that I would introduce her to an automail engineer.
We decline. We appreciate such a kind gesture, but you've already helped us enough. The enemy has now clearly seen Lanfan's face. We refuse to risk the life of your engineer friend.
She's already in danger anyway.
You're the only reason that my granddaughter is still alive. You have my gratitude. What? Do I look like the kind of doctor that wants gratitude?
Thanks, Dr. Knox. Thank you for saving me.
He's so sundar. Is that how you pronounce
Just
it?
clear out already. I'm not such a pushover that I'm gonna let you take my bed for an extra night.
I'll always be indebted to you for taking care of me.
Thanks, Dr. Knox. Thank you for saving me.
Treating me like a real doctor. What's the world coming to? Yeah. What do you want?
Good evening, Dad. Good to see you.
Dad.
Been a while.
I actually spent the last few days treating some live patients. It's absurd, huh? Just try to picture me saving lives.
I know that you've been haunted by the things that you were ordered to do in Ishval. No matter what, you never gave up on helping people. That takes courage. For being a doctor, I love you.
You stubborn jackass. Come on in.
Oh man, it's a disaster in here.
Come on.
A little
Why
bit.
don't we try to clean up a little before you can tell us not to?
I don't know if you actually exist or not, God, but cut me some slack. Just please let me enjoy the happiness of having a cup of coffee with my family.
Wow. Kimberly. He still has it?
Ishval is now under our control, and all thanks to you. Write up the details in your formal report for us.
But we'll need the stone back first. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I guess this makes you the only ones who know that I'm in possession of this stone.
Traitor!
What happened? Was that a bomb? What's going on?
Oh. They never got it back from him.
Visitors.
How?
On your feet, Gimli. You've been released.
What?
So who made this decision?
You must have some kind of big connections to avoid the death sentence. It makes me sick.
Nope, no connections. I just deserve to go free.
You really are psychotic. I hope I never see you again.
Just my way of saying thanks.
What is this? I can't get it off! Gambling, please!
Huh.
Farewell, Warden.
Now blow up.
Congrats on the early release.
So I take it I have you guys to thank?
One of the chimeras that we had watching over him has gone missing. Marco's specialty was transmuting living tissue. We think he might have escaped with an Ishvalan warrior known as Scar.
It's inexcusable if I've let a survivor crawl out of my path of destruction.
Jeez. Inexcusable if I didn't genocide everyone.
After you've nabbed Marco for us, there's a certain little town we'll be asking you to wipe off the map. That's your kind of job, right?
It's remarkable how cruel you are.
I don't know if that one's going to be enough for this job.
A new stone? Did you use more Ishvalans to make it?
We actually used Dr. Marco's assistants who helped make the first stone for us.
Your cruelty's infinite.
Okay.
You might be able to help me decipher some of the research notes my brother left behind.
Creation arm.
Research notes? His name is Marco. He created the Philosopher's Stone, and he killed my people to do it.
The Philosopher's Stone? Immortality! Mr. Marco, please teach me how to create the stone. How did you make it? I'm begging you to show me.
No, I can't.
He disfigured him?
I only destroyed the surface. You can stop the bleeding, can't you?
Right.
It will be easier for us to travel if your face is unrecognizable.
Jeez.
It's time to leave.
Huh?
We need to get to the place where I hid my brother's research notes.
In the north? Huh. Damn, he disfigured him. Wow. Alright, so Ed and Al are talking about what they would do after they get their bodies back. And Al says he would eat that apple pie baked by Winry, which is understandable. Like, he's been suffering for so long, just give him some bit of joy. Ed, though, says he would call Izumi and Pinako to let them know that they're okay. And that got me thinking, like, what if they're able to heal Izumi too? Like, that would be a part of a great happy ending, right? Especially since, like, yeah, they were all injured in the same exact way through attempting human transmutation. So it stands to reason if Ed and Al can get their bodies back that Izumi can too, like her organs. Like we saw Al's body grafted onto the Truth and it's still in front of the gate. So maybe her version of the Truth is also in front of the gate, but just has her organs inside it. But yeah, maybe some of her organs are still around, or maybe alchemy can help. I don't know. But yeah, the Mustang group is all split up now too. Hyman Breda leaves some weights behind for Gene Havoc. And it's a lot to ask of him to come back from his injury, but yeah, he's one of the only few who can still move around. Roy gets his chessboard back from Fullman, who was using it to play with Barry, I'm guessing, which that was like 12 episodes ago. But yeah, Roy likens all of his closest allies to all the different chess pieces. Kane Fury, the pawn, Fullman as the bishop, Hyman Breda as the rook, Gene Havoc, the knight, and Riza Hawkeye, the queen, which, to quote Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, she's my queen. But yeah, it's interesting comparisons. I'm sure the analogy of person and chess piece could be really dived into. I'm sure there's a lot that can be said. I know that like there are some personality traits like associated with chess pieces, and I'm guessing, I don't know what they are, but I'm guessing that those apply to the characters as well. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, Riza is the most important piece, I guess, if you want to refer to them as chess pieces, and she also is the only female character. So, but this has to denote some sort of like romantic thing here. They might not, or foreshadow it at least. They might not be together. They're not together now, but there has to be some sort of. They care about each other so much. I would actually. I don't think Riza can successfully date someone else because of the way she feels about Roy. Like, she wanted to kill herself after finding out about Roy. Like, no person dating her would be okay with that. And I feel like the opposite might be true. If it feels like Roy does that with all of his subordinates, though. Like, he's like, when he was lying on the ground after killing Lust, he was just like, get an ambulance for Gene Havoc, which I don't know, but they seem so they balance each other out really well. So I'm there. I mean, there is something to be said about there's like a imbalance of power since he is her boss, and I don't know, maybe after this war is all done, after they've convicted themselves of war crimes, maybe they can be together then. But yeah, Fu shows up again. If they mentioned before that he was Lan Fan's grandfather, I clearly missed it. And he freaking smacks her like across the face. What the heck, man? But yeah, he turns down Ed and Al's offer to find a mechanic to help outfit Lan Fan with a new arm, which is very surprising. And I understand it that they don't want to get Ed and Al and his friends and their friends even in more trouble. Though Winry's already in trouble, like she's already got a noose around her neck she just doesn't know about yet. With Bradley threatening to kill her. And so yeah, they're gonna find an auto male mechanic. Though Winry, I got the feeling that Winry is like one of the best around, especially she's working at Garfield, and every one of the customers are like, we want her, not you, you suck. And that's the owner of the establishment. They didn't say you suck, but that's the owner of the establishment. I'm guessing one of the only people who are better is that guy, I forgot his name already. We saw him, he fixed that woman's leg, whose name I've also forgotten by now. Paninia's the grandfather of the kid who was born that Winry helped deliver. But yeah, they leave behind Fu and Lan Fan leave the doctor, and he kind of chased them out. He seems his story is kind of nice this episode as well. He's so tsundere, like Fu was like, you have my gratitude, without you my granddaughter would have died. And he's like, who says I want your gratitude, baka? I added the baka, but it totally works, right? And when they were showing him again after everybody left, I was a little worried something bad was going to happen to him. I was like, why are we focusing on him? But it actually seems like this is going to act as a resolution to his story. Like, we won't see him again. But yeah, it was a very touching moment. His son and daughter. I originally thought it was like son and the son's wife, but he does say, let me spend some time with my children, like praying to God, crying. And yeah, like they know he did his best to help people, and that he was just forced to do whatever he had to do during the Ishvalan War. And yeah, the son says he wants to be a doctor too, which is really sweet. But that was a really nice send-off for him, if that's indeed what it was. I don't know if it's a fake out, because it's meant to make us feel like, oh, we're going to say goodbye to him. But it could also possibly be that that's incorrect, and they're just faking us out. But yeah, that touching moment is followed by Kimberly being released, which is just... And he's got a sadistic side to him, which we knew, but like he puts that fake bomb wristwatch on the guard, and it just like becomes this like toy, that cuckoo toy. And I was actually a little worried that it was still going to blow up afterwards. Like, it was just make them really, really tense, and then have it be a joke, and then relax, and then boom. But yeah, apparently like he's had the Philosopher's Stone all along. He just swallowed it, didn't let anybody else know that he still had it, killed everybody who knew he still had it, other than the homunculi, who were instrumental in giving it to him in the first place. And yeah, Envy is the one to pick him up, so they are obviously the ones who let him out, and they want him to track down Dr. Marco, kill Scar, and also blow up Dr. Marco's village as retribution for disobeying. Though, yeah, it's a rough situation right now, and I'm sure Kimberly will want to cause maximum damage. And Kimberly is so freaking... he's nuts. Like, he's nutso. Like, he was saying how the fact that he missed one Ishvalan is like, oh, I didn't... darn it, I didn't genocide the entire entire race of Ishvalans. I missed one, damn it. Which... he actually missed quite a few, which I'm glad for. We still have Scar's master, and we saw a couple of other ones who nursed him back to health. So hopefully Kimberly gets taken care of before he takes out all of them. Because, yeah, I mean, that's the total loss of an entire culture. They're also the ones by Xerxes. So, yeah, hopefully he gets dealt with pretty quick. Though he feels like a pretty big villain. Probably won't get dealt with immediately. He also gets a second Philosopher's Stone from Envy, though. And we haven't seen people work with 2 Philosopher's Stones. And I don't know if the circular one is supposed to be stronger, like if it's more advanced since they've had more time to do more research since then. But yeah, that one's circular. And, like, it's kind of liquidy. It looks like it's liquidy, possibly. Like, you can hold on to it. But it also looks like it can be liquidy, like the one Dr. Marco showed at Anal way, way long ago. But the one that Kimberly had originally is just that crystal shape that... and it doesn't seem like... I don't know, it just looks old school for some reason. I don't know why that comes to mind. But anyway, yeah, solid episode. I would give this an 8. Yeah, an 8. Mostly, it was a solid episode, but it's mostly exposition. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what happens next. Kimberly's going to be tracking down everybody. And yeah, Ed and Al are going to think about what they can do to learn alchemy. They tried to find Mei with a picture of the frickin' of Xiao Mei, and Ed's rendition is so ridiculous. But yeah, that was really funny. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, yeah, leave a like, really helps out this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye friends.